The Saja Boys aren't demons. I'm Korean, and where I grew up, everyone knows what that black hat means. The men who wear it were human once, every one of them. Netflix made him a heartthrob. My grandmother made me bow to him. She wasn't joking. Nobody's grandmother was joking. Because in Korean folklore, the Grim Reaper doesn't carry a scythe. He carries paperwork. And here's the part no one tells you. You can bribe him. At traditional Korean funerals, real ones, happening somewhere in Korea this week, the family sets out a small table by the door. It's not for guests. 3 bowls of rice, 3 pairs of straw shoes, 3 coins, always 3, because death doesn't come alone. It comes as a team. It's called sajabap, the Reaper's meal. The legend says if you feed his escorts well, they'll go easy on your father's soul. Skip it, and the road gets rough. So yes, Koreans have spent centuries bribing death, not fighting it, catering it. And that only makes sense when you know who these men in black actually are. Would you feed them or lock the door? First, understand the job. A Saja never kills you. That's not his department. Your name comes down from the underworld on a list, stamped, sealed, and he collects. The legend says he calls your name 3 times. First call, you feel cold. Second, the room goes quiet. On the third, your soul follows him, ready or not. So, if you ever hear your name from an empty doorway, don't answer twice. No rage, no scythe, just a tired official in a black hat doing his rounds. Which raises the real question: who were these men before the hat? The answer survives in exactly one place, a shamanic epic still sung on Jeju Island off Korea's southern coast. The Chasa Bonpuri, the origin of the Reaper. It starts with a crime. 3 brothers, dead in the same hour, on the same night, in their mother's arms, eyes open, not a mark on them. To explain that night, the legend goes back years. A fortune teller reads 3 young brothers and goes pale. All 3 will die young, unless they leave home and keep moving. So their father loads them with silk and sends them out as merchants. For years it works, until one evening the road brings them to a widow's house.
The road's dark, and wolves don't knock. Stay the night. I hate to drink alone.
She'd seen the silk, and the brothers had seen her. They wanted one night. She wanted everything they carried. The legend says desire and greed sat down at the same table that night, and greed poured the wine. By morning, there were no brothers, no bodies, just a quiet pond behind the house, and a widow suddenly rich in silk. But in Korean folklore, the murdered don't stay down. That spring, 3 flowers bloomed on the pond. They leaned toward her window, watching. She tore them out and burned them. In the ashes, she found 3 beads, so lovely she slipped them into her mouth. Then she swallowed all 3. The legend says they went down warm. 9 months later, she gave birth to 3 sons. They grew up beautiful, brilliant. They topped the state exam, all 3 same year. The whole province celebrated her. On the day they came home in triumph, they bowed to their mother and died. Same hour, same night, in her arms, eyes open, not a mark on them. That's the cosmic accounting. The legend says the dead she robbed came back as the sons she loved and broke her heart on schedule. She didn't see it, of course. She saw an injustice. So she did what Korean ghosts and Korean mothers both do. She filed a complaint. Every single day. The magistrate had nothing. No wounds. No poison he could prove. No suspect among the living. That last part gave him an idea. So he did the most Korean thing imaginable. He treated the afterlife like a government office and wrote an arrest warrant for the king of the dead.
Gangnim, you're my sharpest officer. Serve this on King Yumra. Bring him to my court.
No one laughed. In Korean folklore, the underworld isn't hell. It's an administration. 10 courts, ledgers, clerks. And anything that runs on paperwork can be summoned. That's the loophole. That's the whole Korean theory of death. Gangnim couldn't find the road to the underworld. His wife could. She made rice cakes for the kitchen god, and the legend says the gods, well-fed, drew him a map. He walked past the edge of the living world to a crossroads where 78 roads split apart, and waited at the gate of the dead with a piece of paper.
10,000 years, and no living man has served me papers. I'll come, officer. I keep my appointments.
And he kept it. The king of the dead walked into a human courtroom, heard the case, and ordered the pond drained. 3 sets of bones. The brothers rose, whole again, and named their killer. As for the widow, the legend says she was ground fine as flour and thrown to the wind, and every speck became a mosquito. That, Koreans joke, is why mosquitoes drink blood. She's still greedy. Justice done. Case closed. But all through the trial, Yamra had been watching one man, the officer who'd knocked on death's gate with paperwork.
Magistrate, I'm taking this one. I'll be fair. You keep half. His body or his soul?
The magistrate chose what he could see, the body. Yumra smiled and took the rest. Mid-bow, Gangnim's heart went quiet. His body stayed kneeling, perfectly, politely, empty. And that's the recruitment. The first Saja was Gangnim, the man who arrested death, drafted by the king he'd out-bureaucrated. In Korean folklore, every reaper sense wears his uniform, the black coat, the black hat. So look at that funeral table again. 3 bowls of rice, 3 pairs of shoes. Now you know who's eating. A husband, an officer, a man who did his job too well. We don't fear him, we feed him. Death, you can bribe, but there's a Korean creature you can't pay off at all. The legend says the only way to beat her is to steal from her while she's kissing you.
That story's darker than this one. Subscribe so it finds you before she does.